Eh ben bonjour. Bonjour, bonsoir à tous et à toutes. J'espère que vous allez bien aujourd'hui. Ok, donc, j'espère que vous allez bien. On est de retour sur Genshin Impact. Cette fois-ci, on va compléter ce qui n'a pas été terminé depuis près d'une semaine, je dirais. On va enfin terminer l'histoire principale euh, concernant le désert de Sumeru. Évidemment, ça va être la première chose à faire. Après ça, bah, il y aura une petite exploration à la fin de cette partie de l'histoire. Au moins pour voir un peu qu'est-ce qui se trouve autour dans le désert. Et aussi, évidemment, qu'on va au moins découvrir le nouveau boss de semaine. Et en sachant que d'ici quelques jours, Nilou arrivera bientôt. Et la bannière de Nilou va arriver bientôt. Donc ce sera pour la prochaine fois qu'on va tester Nilou. Mais ne vous inquiétez pas. Dites-vous aussi que je pense que c'est cette semaine, vendredi, que va avoir lieu le live stream pour la version 3.2, déjà. Et pas juste ça, hein. Dans même pas, dans même pas 2 semaines, 2-3 semaines, c'est-à-dire dès que la bannière de Nilou se termine, on tombe direct sur la version 3.2. Hein. Ce qui veut dire à la fin du mois d'octobre. Début du mois de novembre. Ok, on y est reparti. On se relance. On se relance dans l'histoire du désert.
Right on time.
Vous avez obtenu des résultats.
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Ok. On avance lentement mais sûrement.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
Candace est devenue une pro. Au grand maître, les grands disciples.
You fear death yourselves. Yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about the Scarlet King's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
Où sont les gardiens du village?
I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Huh.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
As-tu une idée de l'identité de ce personnage mystérieux?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Oh.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia. Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
À Sumeru, Cetaria avait dit que l'Académie avait répandu des rumeurs sur la résurrection du roi DESHRET.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isaka's still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Bon, et ben ça promet, hein. Ok, quitter la maison du chef du village. Bah, ce sera pas difficile, hein. Je pars pour une aventure, encore une fois. Je m'attends quand même à pouvoir aller explorer la pyramide. D'après moi, ça doit être là que se trouve le boss de semaine, d'après moi. Ah, j'aime bien le petit background. Le background, le nouveau background avec le petit style désertique. Le petit logo au milieu, là. Ça va, vous arrivez à charger le truc? Item.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Woo! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Vas-y, je ne t'en empêche pas. Je t'en empêcherai pas.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
Vous êtes encore en train de nous donner du temps pour réfléchir?
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Ah, qu'est-ce
All
que tu
hate
veux?
them. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to question our choices.
C'est vrai.
Yeah, you're all talk!
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But, before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
Oh.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru village feel about what we're doing?
On s'interpose dans leur vie privée, pareil. Donc, ouais.
In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
Cela veut dire que des indices se trouvent auprès des gens que nous avons rencontrés.
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Ils peuvent pas parler parce qu'il y a des fidèles.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Bon. Il semblerait qu'on soit encore au niveau de l'interrogation. Faut encore interroger le monde.
Time to go.
Ah, frapper à la porte.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Il y a des
Go
filles en
ahead and
arrière.
talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Bien entendu. Bonjour, mademoiselle Shani.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
Non.
Why's that?
Parce que cela amènerait la guerre.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Je ne peux pas vous le promettre, mais j'y travaille.
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Haytham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the Radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Pouvez-vous déterminer l'origine du bruit?
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Allons faire un tour dans cet hôpital.
Yeah, let's go!
Interesting. Ici où sur la map? Ah ah. Ok. Dar al-Shifa. Ok. La question... Ah ah ah. C'est exactement ce que je voulais en fait. Oui, je sais, le niveau de batterie est extrêmement bas. Je suis au courant. Bon, on a passé par un petit shortcut pour aller chercher le point ici. Ah, attendez un peu. Ah, il me marque encore le magasin. Non mais l'événement est terminé, mesdames et messieurs. L'événement est terminé. Il n'y a plus rien à faire là. Ok, je te suis. Dar al-Shifa. Wow. Dar al-Shifa sans vie. Donc vraiment, il y a certaines personnes qui vivent encore ici. Ah ouais, ils nous prennent vraiment pour des ennemis quoi.
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Il en reste encore un? Ah mais lui, ouais non c'est ça, lui il est à l'autre bout.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Faut me donner un peu de temps là, je viens d'arriver. Ah, il y a un... Il y a un Dendroculus dans le coin.
Monsters! Watch out!
Ah! Oups. Eh. Ah! Les gens, j'ai pas compris. J'ai absolument pas compris ce qui s'est passé en fait. Je m'attendais juste pas à ça en fait. Au secours! Oh, ok. Là, je dois vous avouer que je suis un peu perdu en fait. Je suis censé éliminer des monstres au-dessus là. Je suis pas. Bon. En fait, le truc c'est que je veux pas aller. Non, je veux pas aller trop loin parce que je suis. J'ai peur de skipper un morceau de l'histoire si je fais ça. Je vais revenir en arrière. On va y retourner de la manière la plus normale possible. Ah, désolé Oni. On n'est toujours pas... C'est fou quand même, hein, comment les gens ils... Comment les gens ils pressentent que je fais un live. Ils se disent je vais venir rejoindre sa partie à lui. Je suis pas encore totalement prêt à faire des parties multijoueurs pour le moment. Là. Les renforts arrivent. Ouais, what? Ah ouais! Ouch! Allez, ça dégage. Tu t'attendais à quel genre d'adversaire?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
Ok. Quelqu'un qui protège ça avec de l'élément de no.
Let's go in and take a look.
Vous fouillez l'hôpital abandonné de fond en comble.
Hey, Ethan, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
D'accord. Pas obligé de faire une pause non plus, là.
Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see!
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion.
On est là en mode, hey, mais t'es en train de me spoiler la page que j'allais lire, là.
Forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
So, you got that?
Non.
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
Je devrais peut-être en profiter moi aussi pour t'instruire un peu. Il serait peut-être aussi temps pour toi de grandir et de faire des études.
Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, is that Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated?
Ça va, Paimon, tu es la meilleure.
Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Là, ça me fait un peu penser à du Majora's Mask un peu. Majora's Mask.
Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
Exactement.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Encore de l'élément dendro.
It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other
C'est l'ancien
mechanisms
repère de
around
Dottore.
here. Let's keep exploring.
Ce serait pas là que Dottore il faisait des expériences sur Cole? Peut-être que je me trompe. Hein. Examiner les 3 stèles élémentaires autour de l'hôpital. Wow.
Into the wind.
Wow, c'est quoi ça là?
I may have overestimated myself.
Ok, donnez-moi un instant. Je vais juste vérifier quelques petits trucs. Ok. Ah, ok. Donc Dottore... Non, c'est ça en fait. Donc j'avais un peu raison, mais non, c'est ça. Dottore a fait des expériences sur Corée. Mais en fait, c'est le seul truc que je connais de base en fait, parce que je connais pas grand-chose concernant l'univers général du manga en fait. Faudrait que... Ok, j'ai besoin de coller pour ça. Merci. Par contre... Non, je veux pas la remplacer, je veux... Moi, ce que je veux, c'est... voyons. C'est aller voir le perso, voir pour le faire monter de niveau, ça va être quoi déjà?
Ah.
Oh, bah ouais. Ah ouais, ok. Donc là, vraiment, je suis un peu dans la mouise. Parce que là, tout ça, tout ce que j'ai besoin d'aller chercher, ben, c'est tellement pas un truc dispo aussi facilement, hein. Ok. Et c'est quoi l'attitude que ça débloque? Là, je l'ai pas vérifié. Boîte de langueur. C'est un personnage dans le territoire de Kulenambar, déclenche une réaction de brûlure, etc., etc. La durée du territoire est prolongée de 1 seconde, lors d'une même utilisation d'atouts félins. Donc c'est son ultime, ok. Cette durée peut être prolongée un maximum de 3 fois de cette manière. Ah, ok. Je vois. Du coup, il va falloir que je fasse un peu de recherche, en fait. Ok, ça c'est celle que Monsieur a déclenchée. Ah, ah, ok, attendez un peu. Tas de sable. Éléments animaux, évidemment. Ah, vous êtes sérieux? Maintenant, il me faut l'élément animaux pour que ça fonde. Pour cet événement? Mais what?
Want me to come along?
Bon. Et voilà, content maintenant. Deuxième pilier de fait. Et le troisième, il est là-bas.
One with nature.
Cascade.
The wind knows me.
Solidify.
One with nature.
Gather.
The wind knows me.
Be still.
Bon, allez, ça dégage. Allez, bye bye. Ah, ok, c'est bon. Bah, du coup, je pense qu'il va falloir que je garde... Ah, mais attendez une minute. Pourquoi j'ai changé... Pourquoi j'ai changé... Yae avec Kazuha? En fait,
amuse me.
je peux juste aller avec ma team principale, changer Ayaka pour Collei, en fait.
Trainee Forest Ranger Kale, reporting.
Voilà. Ok, on y retourne. Et là, cette fois-ci, c'est débloqué. Avis d'urgence. Patient Abbas. Homme, 23 ans. Ah, vous êtes vraiment des... Il faut que j'enlève la lecture automatique. Ok, Abbas. Homme, 23 ans. Il a un grain de beauté sur le côté gauche de son front et il est gaucher. Étant donné l'extrême gravité de sa maladie, il lui sera difficile de survivre. Et sans les soins d'un médecin spécialisé, la vie du patient, une fois découvert, veuillez nous en informer immédiatement. Ne perdez pas espoir et restez positif. Sachez que nous sommes sous le regard des dieux, n'abandonnez jamais. Le reste du document est trop vieux et détérioré pour être déchiffré. Mangez bien, travaillez et reposez-vous régulièrement et gardez le moral. Lundi, soupe de pois menthe tachine. Crevettes au curry et pani purée. Mardi, salade biryani. Poisson à la crème et bateau patate. Mercredi, shakshuka et gâteau aux haricots. Le reste est vide. Donc il les faisait manger que 3 jours par semaine en fait. Bande de salauds. En cas d'urgence, contactez immédiatement le médecin de garde. Lundi, Ibrahim. Ah, le mardi c'est bloqué. Mercredi, Amoudi. Le reste est vide. Qui est donc cette personne le mardi exactement? Vieux vase. En regardant par le goulot, on peut apercevoir une tige noire laissée du vase, qui a probablement été utilisée autrefois pour insérer des fleurs. Les mots pour Avin sont inscrits sur le fond du vase. Il semble que cela a été un cadeau destiné à un certain Avin.
Look, there's someone over there.
Wait, what? Ok, restons prudents.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Qu'est-ce que tu fous là, toi?
You're...
Oh boy.
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
Mais alors, comment es-tu devenu comme ça?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Ouais. Quand l'autre s'est emparé du savoir, de la connaissance divine. Voilà. C'était Rémi de Fou.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Hyman doesn't want to think about this.
Comment connaissez-vous l'existence de cette technologie?
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
Non, ce n'est pas ça. La plupart des chercheurs qui ont perdu la tête ont été au contact de la conscience divine dans la forêt. C'est ça que cherche l'Académie. Je pourrais même dire que ces connaissances sont aussi liées au Fatui, à Dottore et à Scaramouche. Elles sont utilisées pour transformer Scaramouche en divinité.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
L'Académie a besoin de gens qui ont été en contact avec la conscience divine.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, What do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Vos motivations sont particulières et personnelles.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Il rejette la notion de responsabilité morale et accepte que l'on puisse agir radicalement pour son propre intérêt. Peut-être que cela vaut mieux d'avoir quelqu'un comme ça de son côté.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Huh.
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
Au fait, que va-t-on faire de lui?
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru village.
Ok, retourner à la maison du chef du village pour rejoindre les autres. Ah, il y a quelque chose ici. Clé ancienne. Alors, on va la conserver. Hein. Et là, ici aussi, il y a du stuff. On va vérifier. Vaisselle poussiéreuse. Un nom est inscrit sur le bol. Hakim. Un nom est inscrit sur le bol. Havin. Ah, c'est lui, Havin. Sucrier noirci. Il serait difficile d'imaginer que ce pot de terre sale était autrefois utilisé pour le sucre s'il n'y avait pas les mots arbase, abbas et sucrier gravés de travers au niveau de la bouche du pot.
Time to go.
Ok, bah du coup, ce qui me laisse penser que je peux aller ici en fait.
Follow the wind.
Me voilà rassuré. On va pouvoir faire un peu plus d'exploration aussi. Eh ben bonjour!
Solidify!
One with nature.
Kamisato art. Suiyu. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. This is order.
The wind knows me.
Cascade.
One man's stone
Ouais,
is another man's gem.
pas mal du tout. Ah, sérieusement?
One with nature.
Bon, j'ai fait une petite gaffe là, mais sinon...
The wind knows me.
Stabilize.
Et voilà le travail.
Gather.
Into the wind.
Je sais pas pourquoi je les ai juste pas attaqués en fait. J'ai juste pas compris pourquoi. Ah ok, il y a d'autres... Il y a d'autres passages en fait. Ah.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
Bon, ça dégage hein.
It's important to replenish your supplies often when you're up.
Désolé collègue.
Solidify.
One with nature.
Cascade.
Oh. Oh la belle boucherie. Oh la belle boucherie. Ah, on a eu le droit à beaucoup de viande. Hein.
Gather.
Ah, elle est pas mal en vrai. Hein. Ah, pardon. Ok. Wow.
Into the wind.
C'est quoi ça? Une houe très érodée. Il est surprenant de voir un outil destiné au labourage dans un terrain vague comme celui-ci. En plus d'être très usé, cet outil a le manche recouvert de boue. Il a l'air inutilisable. Hospital break. Ok. Oh la vache, littéralement un oasis. Il y a une espèce de temple à l'autre bout là-bas. Ah mais pour le coup là on est vraiment... On est qu'au début de l'exploration hein. Là notre point de téléportation il est juste là. On va aller le chercher. Ok. Et... Bon bah je suppose qu'il va falloir qu'on monte. On n'a pas trop le choix hein. Yeah. Et nous y voilà. Waouh. Remonte. Oh non. Oh non. What have I done? Ok, c'est bon. Donc ça c'est l'autre statue de la déesse, qui est extrêmement plus loin. La grande pyramide là-bas. C'est fou en vrai. Hein? Oh, il y a une zone de cécité là-bas. Bah, pourquoi pas. Ah, quoique... Peut-être pas la faire tout de suite. Je vais au moins un peu passer dans l'exploration avant.
Wind strike. One with nature.
Vous savez quoi? Je pense que je vais même monter un peu plus en hauteur.
Time to go.
Hey, monte! Waouh! Ah, c'est cool en vrai. Ah, en vrai, c'est magnifique, hein? Il y a une espèce de tempête de sable là-bas. Il y a un autre point de téléportation dans le coin? Juste pour être sûr. Qui est pas exactement, mais on est quand même un bon bout, hein. On va essayer de pas aller trop loin. Ah ouais, ok. Oh. Ah. Ok. Pourquoi est-ce qu'il y a ça? J'en ai aucune idée, mais c'est plutôt cool.
A fateful offering.
Bon. Bah, moi, comme je vous ai dit, je comptais pas spécialement tout de suite faire l'exploration, mais vraiment juste avancer le plus possible. Ok, retourner à la maison du chef. Et nous y sommes. Sinon ça va, vous tenez le coup. On est plutôt bien servi, hein. Il va vraiment falloir que je fasse le tour entier du désert avant la version 3.2, hein.
You must be tired. You should rest and take
Parce,
some water.
parce que littéralement la version 3.2 c'est littéralement Scaramouche. C'est Scaramouche qui arrive, hein. Il va falloir que je fasse tout le stuff avant la version 3.2.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
Vous pensez à quelque chose? Qui es-tu, toi? Ah, c'est mon demi-frère. Ah bah désolé, Yod. Désolé, Eden. Eh bah non, c'est pas tout de suite. Vous pensez à quelque chose?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Bah voyons.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the Academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The Academia has been watching you longer than you think.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Exactement.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
L'endroit où Sino vient tout juste de se rendre.
Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
Tu es devenue intelligente, Paimon.
Let's
Dea.
go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Dea.
Wait! I want to go too!
Nope.
You want to go too? If
Vraiment.
so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
D'accord.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you. Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
Rattraper Sino. Ok. Bon, bah ça commence à devenir un peu plus intéressant. Ah. Bon, là c'est en 165 mètres, 170 mètres, pardon. Ce qui veut dire... Est-ce que on va avoir la carte bientôt? Ah, merci. Ok.
Time to go.
Allez, on va y aller de la meilleure des façons. Yup. Let's go.
So, where do we go from here?
Sino, vous vous souvenez par où vous êtes passé?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand. Is that because you play here a lot? Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert. But I was the one who brought him back.
Ok, on suit Sino. Let's go. Wow. Hey, il y a des butterfly. Reviens ici. Non.
The wind knows me.
Non. Je l'ai perdu. Désolé, Sino. Je te suis.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
Ne cherche pas la petite bête, Paimon.
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Après peu, vous déterrez un autre dispositif.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what? Grandpa, I hope you're okay. Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Je suis du même avis.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
But running on sand is so tiring. But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too? Ugh, of course it is!
Bon, je te suis.
Over there.
Ah.
It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia!
Non. Oh.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Sérieux?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
Est-ce qu'il est stupide, le petit con?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself. I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate, has finally dealt me a hand to play against the Academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the Academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed the Scarlet King. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia?
I'll hate him.
These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Rahman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Rahman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Oh boy.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty
Bon, ils
good
vont pas
deal,
lui
if
faire
you ask
perdre un
me.
bras de toute façon.
Rahman, I'm
Le
holding up my end of
perso
the
va
deal
être un
here.
personnage jouable
Better
dans
not
pas
let
long.
me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dea?
Stop!
What's wrong?
Un peu mal
Can't
buildé,
do
je
it?
trouve.
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I'd just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Ne prenez pas ce genre de risque, je m'inquiétais pour vous.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
C'est sa propre manière d'être objectif. N'y faites pas attention. Hey, j'ai appuyé sur le bouton.
Let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Ouh. Vache. Je commence à croire qu'on va peut-être pas finir toute l'histoire entière. Hein? Attendez le lendemain matin. Bah, juste le lendemain matin. Hein. C'est pas... Ouais, non, il faut vraiment le faire avancer un peu plus. Par contre, j'ai eu un succès. Il y a un survivant qui s'est enfui. Et voilà. Le lendemain matin. Ah, mais j'ai bypassé l'heure du... C'est entre 6 et 8. Excusez-moi, pardon. On va le mettre à 7 heures d'abord. Là, ça devrait être bon.
There are leaves around. And I know just
Réunissez-vous
the tune
à
to
l'entrée du
accompany
village.
them, if you wish to hear it.
Bah voyons.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? Or I'll be very upset with you.
Fine.
Ne recommence plus, hein. Sinon, je vais être très fâché. Oh la vache, c'est loin. Ah. Ah ouais non mais là ils veulent vraiment qu'on aille jusque dans le fin fond du désert en fait. Ah, d'accord. Bon bah on va se mettre en route. Hein. Non, je voulais pas ça. Bon. Tiens, prends les dendroculus. Fiche-moi la paix. C'est l'heure de partir à l'aventure. Non mais en vrai, je vais vraiment essayer d'éviter le plus possible les confrontations, les combats et tout. Je vais vraiment essayer d'aller jusqu'au bout. Par contre, s'il y a du stuff en chemin, comme des coffres par exemple, là par contre, je suis preneur.
Solidify.
Poussez-vous. Oh mais c'est sérieux?
Stabilize.
One with nature.
Be still.
Allez, ça dégage.
A fateful offering.
Ouais, bah mesdames et messieurs. Là, on commence à rentrer dans des territoires que nous ne connaissons pas.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Évidemment, on va s'assurer d'aller chercher tous les objets nécessaires. Donc tout le stuff qui va tomber, tous les coffres qu'on va croiser en cours de route. Ah et évidemment, ben il y a le donjon ici là. Bah en fait, le donjon il est en profondeur en fait. Route d'Abju. Faut qu'on avance. Waouh, la vache. Genre, en vrai, c'est rare d'avoir un endroit aussi désertique que cette place-ci, en fait. On a des fatouilles en plus. Ah. Pourquoi pas?
That's close enough. Stabilize. Let's begin. Into the wind. Cascade.
Try this off the side. Go!
Solidify.
Nope, tu dégages toi aussi. Ça me prenait un objet en particulier, non? Oui, attendez un peu. C'était quoi déjà? C'était pas ça ici? Non, c'est pas ça. Il me semble qu'il y avait un objet en particulier qui me permettait de les débloquer. Ah non, attendez un peu, c'est vrai, il n'y avait pas un... Genre une espèce de bestiole. Ah, mais c'est ça en fait! C'est la bestiole en question. Faut juste l'activer avec l'élément électro. Ok. Je vais laisser cette team là. Non, pas du tout. Faux. Je remets Ayaka.
I await your instruction.
Mais je reprends cette team. Au moins pour me permettre de faire la majorité des mécanismes. Ok. Est-ce que... Non. Non, c'est quoi? Ah non, c'est vrai, ça prend l'élément d'émeraude. Et voilà. Et après ça, ça prend l'élément électro pour l'activer.
Right here. Emerge. Right here.
Et voilà le travail. Eh, il y a ça ici. Ok. Là, ma question est, où sont les autres piliers à allumer? On en a un ici. Là, je pense qu'il faut l'allumer en fait. Bon. Faut faire plus de changements d'équipe apparemment. Désolé, Jean-Louis.
Leave it to me.
Et voilà. Next. On a celui-là ici, mais... Il est où le petit truc pour l'activer? Oh. À moins que tu me dis que c'est encore le même. Ok. Non, il fait rien du tout. Sauf si... Ok, là il bouge plus. Si je lui redonne l'élément, il va continuer à tourner autour, hein. Ouais, ok. Bon bah pour le moment ce coffre... Oh, attendez un peu. Je l'avais pas vu lui. Et voilà le travail. bonne chose de faite. J'essaie de trouver les autres. Il y en a un enfoui ici. Et ça me prend l'élément animaux, encore une fois. Ça me tape un peu sur les nerfs, le changement d'équipe là, à longue là. Mais là du coup le dernier il va se trouver quelque part dans ce coin là, non? Juste avant de faire le changement de team, je veux juste m'assurer qu'il soit pas enseveli sous le sable. Ok, c'est bon. Il y en a un ici. D'après moi, il doit avoir un petit bonhomme quelque part pour l'activer. Ah, mais il fait le tour en fait. Ah, ok. Bon, donnez-moi un instant. Hop.
Show them.
Ok. J'ai eu peur de pas l'activer à temps en fait. Et voilà le travail.
Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
Bon. C'est pas que je t'aime pas Amber, mais retour à Jean-Louis s'il vous plaît.
What shall we do?
Oh, 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 oh. C'est parti pour un massacre.
Right here.
The depth back. I will have order. Be still. Gather.
Right now.
Kamisato. Suiyu.
Come on out. Right here. Right now.
Order guide you.
Oh. Bonne chose de faite.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Est-ce qu'on a un point de téléportation dans le coin? Pas du tout. Bah, presque. Mais on en a un juste ici sur la route. Donc moi je propose qu'on aille chercher lui en fait. Étant donné que c'est le plus proche. Ouais, puis c'est en direction c'est en direction du Désolé. Évidemment, comme à chaque fois, vous le savez très bien, si vous avez déjà vu mes anciens lives, des fois ça arrive que j'oublie de reconnecter la manette pour la charger. Ce qui est pas nouveau.
Emerge. Right now. Emerge.
Just like we rehearsed.
The depth back.
Right now.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Bon, ça c'est fait. Let's go. Ouais, il y a pas mal de stuff à explorer. Il y a même des mini pyramides. Ça là, c'est clairement une référence aux pyramides de Gizeh en fait. C'est clairement une référence. Si vous me dites qu'il y a une espèce de créature dans le style du Sphinx dans le coin, alors là je dis c'est littéralement la référence la référence égyptienne. Non, je suis pas là, moi, je suis pas là.
That's close enough.
Bang.
Gather.
Show them. Right here. Right now.
Cascade.
Allez, mesdames et messieurs, ça dégage.
Right here. Right now. Right here.
Il y en a encore un? Ah non, il est mort.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Bon, bah maintenant faut que j'atteigne la... Faut que j'atteigne en haut. Oh, de proche, c'est vraiment cool. Oh, oh mais c'est trop bien. Ah, j'ai... En vrai, s'il y a moyen de rentrer là-dedans, là, je serais conquis. Genre, littéralement, on a l'autre statue qui est à l'autre bout du monde. Mais là, on a activé le point de téléportation. Mausolée du roi DESHRET. Ah, et en plus, l'objectif est même pas dans la pyramide, c'est en arrière. Oh oh! Dune d'illusion. Dune de quoi? De magma, merci. Oasis de Sobek. Littéralement la petite référence au dieu crocodile. Ah, il est là le boss. Donc il n'est pas dans la grande pyramide. Ah, peut-être que dans la grande pyramide, c'est peut-être autre chose. C'est peut-être autre chose là-dedans. Des sables. Non, il y a vraiment beaucoup de stock à explorer en vrai. Oh la vache. Bon, j'ai pas de Dendroculus, malheureusement. Mais... Oh, 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 oh. Oh, ça c'est bien. Ah. Mais c'est gigantesque. Il y a tellement de stuff. Il y a tellement de trucs à explorer, c'est fou. Oh. Ah, ça c'est l'entrée par contre. Oh. 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 Ah ouais, ok, c'est littéralement bloqué par un sol invisible en fait. Donc il n'y a aucun moyen de rentrer. Ah. Astuce d'exploration. Transmission de rayons élémentaires. Les appareils connus sous le nom de cellules de lumière profusent dans les ruines du roi DESHRET peuvent tirer des rayons élémentaires. Ceux qui s'approchent tout en possédant une autorisation spéciale peuvent modifier la position et l'orientation de ces cellules. Ah, c'est un peu comme Ankanomiya en fait. Ça ressemble à un système similaire à celui d'Ankanomiya. Ok. Donc tant que j'ai pas le truc qui me permet de les activer, j'ai pas encore accès en fait. C'est legit, c'est legit. C'est bloqué. Non, c'est pas bloqué. Yes. Oh. Ah, je peux pas trop explorer non plus, c'est comme... C'est trop pour le moment là. C'est drôle parce que ça m'emmène directement vers un autre défi aussi.
Yes. Very nice.
En vrai, c'est dire le peu de stuff qu'on a encore fait pour le moment. Hein. Le fait qu'on ne soit encore qu'au début de l'exploration de toute cette zone. Mais ça, par contre, ça là, ça c'est énorme. Bon, ça c'est bloqué pour le moment. On va aller voir ça de plus près. On va quand même pas se retenir de l'explorer. Hein. Wow. Oh, la vache. Oh. Ah ouais, là il n'y a plus rien. Hein. Là c'est... Tu n'as que le temple. Mausolée du roi DESHRET. Ouh. Ah ouais, il y en a des versions mini ici là. Peut-être les affronter pour voir de quoi ça va.
Solidify.
Structure primale. Une ancienne machine venue du désert, bien distincte des mécanismes des ruines. Au combat, une structure primale envoie des composants alors que ces noyaux entrent dans un état dissimulé, qui les cache et augmente leur résistance aux dégâts. Vous devez utiliser des réactions de catalyse pour atteindre ces noyaux ou les frapper avec des attaques électro pendant la période de restauration qui suit la destruction des composants tirés. Oups. Afin d'annuler cette dissimulation et de provoquer l'immobilisation des noyaux à cause d'un surcadençage excessif. Pardon. Bon bah ça tombe bien, il y a Emiko. Donc on est au bon... on est avec les bons persos.
Be still. Stabilize.
Emerge. Right now. Emerge.
Hop, hop, dans les yeux. Ils sont pas difficiles à combattre en tout cas. Ah, prisme trouble. Ah ok, ça c'est les composantes qui... Ok. Huh. Il y a un autre Dendroculus dans le coin. Il y en a même deux dans le coin. Oh, attends, c'est quoi ça? Ah. Une plaque sceau sacré, coup de tonnerre. On va le conserver, ça va être important pour plus tard. C'est clair. Oh, attendez. What the hell? Mais c'est quoi cette zone? Mais c'est quoi ces trucs à l'intérieur là? On dirait un vaisseau? Mausolée du roi DESHRET. On peut pas rentrer par la porte de devant, hein. Eh non. Et ça quand ça va s'ouvrir là. Si ça se trouve, je pense que cette version là, on n'est pas encore prêt de rentrer dans le mausolée en fait. Oh la vache, mais genre... Oh, Vous avez vu la structure? C'est incroyable. Il y a un petit truc là-bas. Mais là, encore plus loin dans le désert, c'est... Il n'y a plus rien là. Ça là-bas, dans cette direction. C'est quoi? Ah, on le saura jamais, hein. Ça fait partie de la carte qui est pas découverte. Huh. On a un petit point d'apparition juste ici. Vous savez quoi? Moi, ce que je vais faire pour finir ce live, on va finir l'histoire principale. L'histoire principale du truc, donc retrouver le grand-père, etc., etc. Et on va aller se taper le boss de semaine. Le nouveau boss de semaine. Pour la première fois. Au moins savoir de quoi il est capable. T'as vu les pyramides? Ah, c'est bloqué. Ah d'accord, apparemment cette zone-ci est bloquée. Oh mais attends une minute. Donc c'est là qu'il faut que j'aille. Ouais, ok. Ah, il bloque encore les Dentoculus. Bande de bâtards. Eh oh, eh, eh. Ah, pas trop loin là. Là on dirait littéralement une église. Ah, ah il y a le point. Oh, je me suis étouffé avec ma bave. Il y a un point de téléportation là-bas. Je vous dérange pas plus longtemps. Hein. No problème. Hein. Bah, ça nous fera un point de téléportation entre deux places assez importantes pour la prochaine exploration en fait. Oh. Oh mais alors... Wow. Wait a minute. What? Pourquoi? Mais pourquoi? Oh! Si je regarde attentivement... Ça a l'air d'être un autre temple en fait.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Il y a vraiment rien, c'est que du sable. Ok. Bon ben ça nous fait un point de téléportation de plus. Du coup on va retourner voir les gens dans le désert. Mais bonjour.
They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
On n'a pas besoin de nous avouer ça, tu sais.
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa!
Ramon. I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
Ils veulent ça, non?
You stay right there!
Oh. Ouh, cinématique. Oh. T'as aucune chance, mon gars.
What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here?
Huh.
You coward! Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Ouais, c'est Naïda. Comment est-ce qu'elle peut agir si elle est... What? Wait, what? Pardonnez-moi, excusez-moi.
Paimon's dizzy.
Ok. Est-ce que tout le monde va bien? Wow. Okay.
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance. The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
Ok. Certainement. Vous me croyez maintenant?
The Dendro Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Là, on est dans les profondeurs du temple.
There used to be a temple here?
Bienvenue au sanctuaire.
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to the Scarlet King's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise the Scarlet King!
D'accord,
What's
d'accord.
he doing here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me.
Huh.
Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of the Scarlet King's civilization appear. Two major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being, or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Ramon, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. The Scarlet King will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Mauvaise idée, mon grand. Pardon, Nara Croft. Vraiment, vous êtes vraiment allé jusqu'à la référence de Tomb Raider? Vraiment? Bande d'abrutis, va. Ah, on a 4 dendroculus de plus. Ce qui est pas mauvais. Ah, jus de fruits du festival. J'avais pas activé ça. Avant toute chose, j'active le transformateur. « 75 de ça. Et on va dire 75 de celui-là. Et hop, on transmute.
Solidify.
Right here. Emerge. Right here.
Et voilà le travail. Ah, pas mal. Pas mal pour cette fois-ci. Donc là, littéralement, on est en arrière de la pyramide. Mais on va... Attends, mais on va vraiment rentrer dedans. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Alors là, par contre, je vais utiliser ma team principale. Là, c'est no question, hein.
It's full of life here.
Ooh.
This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside.
C'est intéressant.
Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Rahman.
Huh? Me?
Oui.
Do you see another Rahman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want, but there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from the Scarlet King civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Oh, là, c'est l'heure de l'exploration. Let's go. Ah, quoi? Ah ouais, porte bloquée direct. Ok. Bon, c'est quoi ça? Ah. Ah. Ah, bon. Je me disais qu'on aurait eu un problème, mais ok, non, ça a l'air pas plutôt facile. Il faut regarder la salle comme un mortel et écouter les conseils sacrés du roi DESHRET. Non? Ah. Donc il faut mettre le roi DESHRET. Non? Ah mais c'est parce qu'il... Oh. Merde. Ah, attendez un peu. Ok, je comprends mieux. Hop. Et voilà. Wow! Porte de la résurrection. Mais genre, les fresques sont vraiment badass en vrai. Genre, littéralement, on dirait une référence à Horus. Waouh. Il y a un truc ici. Ah, c'est pour l'ascenseur, ça. Ok.
One with nature. Cascade.
Oh. Vous allez me donner ça, hein?
Into the wind. Stabilize. Be still. One with nature. Gather. Cascade.
Merci beaucoup. Oh. Ah, ok, ça ressemble. Ça ressemble exactement à ce genre de labyrinthe, ok. Huh. Merci. Plus de stuff pour pour faire des recettes. Une porte de résurrection faite. Ah.
Into the wind.
My apologies.
Be still.
Je vais voir c'est quoi qu'il y a ici. Après, message mystérieux. Après 6 jours à infiltrer le temple, je comprends enfin les tours de passe-passe des prêtres. L'ascenseur descendra jusqu'au sol, il faut monter dessus avant qu'il ne recommence à monter pour atteindre le dôme. Les inepties du genre interdit aux mortels de passer sont simplement inventées par les prêtres pour nous tromper. Je laisse cette méthode ici dans l'espoir que le peuple du roi DESHRET qui voyage ici jouira librement du privilège d'être témoin de sa présence sacrée. Donc il faut faire descendre l'ascenseur. Ah, je me suis trompé. Je vais le... Ouais, non. Je me suis trompé dans ce que je faisais en fait. Fallait que je le réactive pour le faire remonter en haut. Ok. Donc là, on le réactive pour qu'il redescende. On va attendre. Est-ce que je peux le faire? Oui, je peux le faire remonter encore une fois. Ok. J'avais pas besoin de le remettre au bout. Wow. Ah.
Solidify! The wind knows me. Kamisato up. Suiyu!
Clouds high. The birds call.
Et ça dégage. Donc ça c'est pour l'ascenseur ou... Ouais, c'est pour l'ascenseur. Fermé. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez dire fermé? Activé. Bon. Attendez, j'ai pas compris là. Fermé. Je peux pas monter par là. C'est chiant là. Ah, attendez, je crois que j'ai compris. Lui, on va le fermer, on va attendre qu'il revienne à cette position. Et voilà, on le réactive. Là, ils vont pouvoir être synchro. Yes. Oh! M'attendais pas à ça en fait. Ça a activé quelque chose en particulier? Oh, ça me fait descendre encore plus?
Now that's a sight to see.
Oh.
The Scarlet King's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of the Scarlet King.
Non, je crois pas que ce soit ton roi qui fasse ça, mon cher. Et on monte. Téléportation. Oh. C'est pas tout à fait le grand arbre de Sumeru, mais ça y ressemble. Hein. C'est un petit temple tranquille. Je viens juste de réaliser que je suis redevenu le Traveler en fait.
It's getting brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Oh. De nouvelles découvertes?
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
On dirait un tombeau.
These are Scarlet King runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient Scarlet King script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from the Scarlet King's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
C'est parti. Cinématique. Oh.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
C'est intéressant ça par contre.
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and the Scarlet King were never enemies at all.
C'est quand même fou de se dire que Rukkhadevata était littéralement genre Nahida mais plus âgé quoi. Bah évidemment, Nahida c'est une version réincarnée de l'ancien Archon Dendro.
But this doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
En fait, Nahida serait Rukkhadevata, mais elle aurait perdu la mémoire. Donc Donc, je sais pas si c'est vraiment ça en fait, mais de me dire que peut-être que les gens sont en train de cracher sur leur divinité actuelle, alors que c'est la même, mais juste elle est devenue plus petite, plus jeune, et qu'elle a perdu la mémoire. Rokalevata a tendu la main au roi DESHRET et à ses sujets, mais il a fallu beaucoup d'efforts pour éliminer le savoir interdit. Finalement, les sujets de ces deux divinités devinrent pires ennemis sans se douter qu'ils partageaient le même sort.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt the Scarlet King's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before.
Et en plus, le prêtre qui servait le roi DESHRET portait le même habit que Cyno, donc ce serait un ancêtre de Cyno. Bref, quelqu'un du même peuple que lui, probablement. Si ça se trouve.
The surviving followers of the Scarlet King all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refused to believe any of the rumors. The Scarlet King's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization. It was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing.
Nope.
We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans.
Malheureusement, tout ceci n'était qu'un mensonge, mon cher.
Double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Eremites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Raman met un bon moment à se calmer. Vous en profitez pour visiter le temple. Normal, après tout, tout croyant aurait eu mal à accepter.
Hey, how you doing?
À accepter ce qu'il vient d'apprendre.
Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
That must have been rough, but he seems to have figured things out now.
Raman's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in the Scarlet King. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
Oui, c'est une bonne chose.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice, long sleep. We'll need all our energy tomorrow. Final, we're leaving!
Stop yelling.
Non. Oh! Quand le soleil noir... Pas le temps de lire. Excusez-moi. Quand le soleil noir passe. Bon. Ok, bon. Rendez-vous au repère des érémites. Là, je sais qu'on a un point de téléportation ici. Ah, mais en plus, il faut aller là. Bon, vous savez quoi? On va aller chercher le point de téléportation tout de suite. Oups. Ok, allons chercher le point de téléportation. Ah, il est là-bas en fait. Ouf. Ça va être une bonne marche, hein.
Time to go.
On se rapproche. Mais je suis presque sûr. Je suis presque sûr, en tout cas, que la partie qu'on vient d'explorer dans l'histoire c'est probablement juste une petite partie de la place en fait. Il doit y avoir autre chose à l'intérieur du temple, hein. Je suis presque sûr. Ok, on n'est pas loin. Le point de téléportation est juste à côté. There you go. Wow. Ok, on n'ira pas tout de suite. On va au moins finir l'histoire principale du désert avant. Bon, là, je me demande juste si ça va être fini dans pas très longtemps. Du coup, c'est de savoir est-ce qu'ils vont bien ou mal prendre la nouvelle. Et c'est parti. Voyons voir ça.
Rahman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Ah, don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it. But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
Interesting. Oh, yo, ça va.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Huh. Des gens du de l'académie. Tiens
There's
donc.
no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you.
That's right.
Huh.
General Mahamatra? No, no. Make it quick, please. Swift and painless.
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turned pale like they've seen a ghost.
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
Ah ouais, les ordres de qui?
Not
Dottore?
Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Mais explique-le comme tu le peux.
Start talking or you'll be sorry.
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Laissez-moi faire, d'accord?
Be my guest.
Oh, ça va me faire plaisir. Les sages veulent créer une divinité, c'est ça?
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything.
Tout le monde s'y attendait
Serious,
pas.
aren't you?
How did you know?
Oh, comment je le sais?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Elle est encore là.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor.
Dottore.
He brought a gnosis, and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities. The Doctor was
Quel gnosis?
previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, do you wish to create a god?
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output. With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core.
Mais c'est la gnosis de qui?
Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
Ils ont pas la gnosis de l'arcane Dendro. Ils ont seulement... Ah, c'est peut-être le gnosis de Baal, peut-être.
The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the Scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Al-Haytham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
Mais dans ce cas, ce que les sages ont créé, ce n'est pas Rukkhadevata, mais Scaramouche.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god. When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation, they found that at the time she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away.
Ils connaissent tellement pas
Not to
Kusanali.
mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an
Ah ok, non, c'est ça.
power,
Donc c'est bel et bien le
nor the
gnosis
spectacular
de
insight
Kusanali qu'ils
expected of a
utilisent.
god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
Même avant cela, ils n'ont jamais pris Kusanali au sérieux. Je n'aurais jamais imaginé qu'une divinité puisse vivre quelque chose d'aussi cruel.
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Rahman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
Vous êtes foutus.
Sure, as you wish.
Oh, wait a minute. Retourner à la maison du chef du village. Mais pas tout de suite, hein. Moi, je vois un Dendroculus qui traîne dans le coin. Moi, je m'en vais le chercher, hein. Il est en haut, hein. Ah, il est en haut, hein. Ah, attendez un peu. Point de téléportation. Yes. Donnez-moi le Dendroculus. Donnez-le-moi. Donnez-le-moi. Ah, attendez. Ils mettent pas ça pour rien. Hein. Évidemment qu'ils les mettent pas pour rien non plus. Et voilà le travail. Ah, enfin. Une bonne exploration, hein. Ouais, bah je crois que ça va être complet, hein. Je commence à me dire qu'il y a... Ah oui, je pense qu'il y avait aussi l'histoire de Sino aussi qui va être à faire. Mais ça, on peut la faire indéfiniment. On va pouvoir la faire pendant qu'il y a la bannière de Nilou. Donc ce sera pour la prochaine fois au final.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The 2 new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
The atmosphere is so heavy.
Après tout ce que nous venons de traverser, ce n'est pas étonnant. Après avoir tant donné et tout sacrifié, Kusanali a été abandonnée par l'Académie dans le sanctuaire de Surastana. Et ceux qu'elle protège n'ont même jamais pensé que sur cette terre, il y avait encore cette petite divinité semblable à une enfant.
Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh! Paimon's so coming with you!
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
J'aimerais d'abord partager ce que je sais avec vous.
So you were still withholding some information?
Non, désolé, il y avait encore des choses dont je n'étais pas sûr. Mais maintenant, je sais que nous sommes tous des alliés. Profitant du silence, Candace et Paimon apportent du thé et de quoi grignoter. Dea semble détendue, comme si ce sujet plutôt difficile ne l'avait pas affecté. Saino affiche un air solennel, il semble avoir pris une décision. Le fondement de ses convictions, sa poursuite de la justice, lui ont apporté... Voilà. Quant à El Hitam, il tend l'oreille pour vous écouter. Puis vous racontez tout du début jusqu'à la fin, vous exposez en détail tout ce que vous avez vu et ressenti à Sumeru, ainsi que les secrets que vous avez découverts en partageant ces informations avec le reste du groupe, vous leur signifiez que vous êtes désormais tous des compagnons. À compter de ce jour, vous vous battez pour votre objectif commun. Mais merde, Genshin... Oyovers. Donnez la chance aux gens de ne pas skipper ce genre de commentaires, ce genre de ligne, quoi. Permettez aux gens d'appuyer sur un bouton pour les skipper, justement. Vous êtes des fous. Voilà tout ce qu'on a vécu à Sumeru.
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there will be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Peu importe les difficultés qui nous attendent, je ne ménagerai pas mes efforts.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out for sure.
Et ben voilà, ça y est, le roi DESHRET et les 3 mages. Candace.
You must let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Though I cannot leave Aru Village, I can't help but feel stirred when I see the looks in your eyes. I've never felt as roused as this when fighting alone in the past. I suppose this must be the power of camaraderie.
On va faire passer tout le monde, voir leurs commentaires et tout.
Don't rush. This is a big undertaking, and the planning and preparation for what lies ahead will no doubt take some time. Take it slowly. We need to make sure the plan is as effective as possible.
He's starting to read his book again. Hey, are you even listening?
Would you like me to lend you something to read?
No way! Your books aren't quite to Paimon's tastes.
I was joking. I know my books are far too difficult for you, and I have no intention of lending them out.
Ugh, you're so annoying!
The past few days have been some of the most challenging work I've ever taken on. And none of it'll earn me a single mora. I can't believe it.
Look on the bright side. idea. Maybe we'll get a huge reward after this is all over.
You've got a point. Hey, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow with more money than you could ever spend?
Paimon would buy boatloads of tasty snacks.
That's it?
And maybe some tasty drinks as well?
How adorable. Well, here's to all our indulgent fantasies. If there's a chance they can come true, I'll give it my best shot. And here's hoping that everything we do from now on will change this world for the better.
Et Sino, pour finir.
In the past, I never imagined that even the gods could suffer from hardship. If we can find a way to change all of this, will this nation become a better place?
Sortons d'ici, mesdames et messieurs, car nous sommes à la toute fin de ce live, mais comme je l'ai promis, nous n'allons pas finir là-dessus. Nous allons finir sur un boss fight. Évidemment. Alors, préparez vos mirettes, préparez vos oreilles. Ça va être chaud! Ça va être le combat de ma vie. Faux. Pas du tout. Absolument pas. Ça va être un combat comme n'importe lequel. Bon. Je suppose que c'est le Traveler que je dois faire monter. Ouais. Bon bah une autre constellation de plus. Ok. Attendez un peu. Bon, ça se fera un peu plus tard. Ah, quête d'histoire. Du coup, la quête de Sino est débloquée. Vous décidez de faire le tour de l'académie. Ok. Ça se fera un peu plus tard. La prochaine fois qu'on... que je vais revenir, faire un tour. Ne vous inquiétez pas, ce sera bien avant la version 3.2. Ce sera peut-être au plus tard la semaine prochaine que je vais aller chercher l'autre point de téléportation avec la statue. Donc le dernier morceau de carte du désert qui manque. Et l'histoire avec Sino. Pardon. Mesdames et messieurs. Waouh. Il est temps d'affronter le nouveau boss de semaine. C'est parti. Oh. Algorithme de semi-intransition matricière d'observation en néo-réseau. Putain, mais le nom, quoi. Cette agrégation antique de machines venues du désert présente des bizarreries que les civilisations modernes ne peuvent pas comprendre. Au combat, l'algorithme... On va juste l'appeler l'algorithme, ok? L'algorithme envoie ses composants alors que ses noyaux entrent dans un... Ah, bon, bah, c'est la même chose que les plus petits, hein.
Into the wind. Cascade. Stabilize. The wind knows me.
Garde du tombeau du roi du désert.
Be still.
Ah.
One with nature. Mind the deluge.
J'ai pas d'attaque électro. Ça disait que ça me prenait une attaque électro pour... Contre la cellule qui se régénère pour déclencher une réaction catalyse. Ah, ok. Bon bah désolé, hein. C'est un peu nul.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Embrace the ice!
Stabilize! I will have order! Be still!
Oh, brûle mon cosmos. Brûle mon con.
Solidify! The wind knows me.
Choc. Oh là là. Ah, il a un petit je ne sais quoi, ce nouveau boss. La prochaine fois, je testerai avec un perso d'éléments électro pour voir ce que ça fait. Et voilà. On a enfin le stuff qui venait avec le boss de semaine. Et là pour le coup, eh ben, tout le reste d'exploration se fera la prochaine fois. Donc voilà quoi. J'espère que ça vous aura plu, mesdames et messieurs. On aura découvert une partie, un donjon qui se trouvait dans les profondeurs du temple du roi DESHRET. Et on a battu le nouveau boss de semaine. Donc pour moi je trouve qu'on s'en est bien tiré en vrai. Allez prendre les succès rapidos. On en a beaucoup. Dérivant dans le vent, briser la bulle d'herbe virevoltant dans le désert, brûle mon cosmos, assister à l'attaque overclockée d'un algorithme, hop dans les yeux, vainquer une structure primale sans désactiver sa dissimulation, Lara Croft, trouver l'ancien temple sous les sables mouvants, quand le soleil noir passe, comprenez le passé au travers des derniers mots du prêtre du roi DESHRET, et le roi DESHRET et les trois mages. Oh, on a un petit truc en combat. Battez un algorithme dans son état de surcadençage excessif. Voilà qui est fait. Évidemment, on va aller chercher les petits vœux, hein. On va pas rester là les bras croisés. Ah! Je les avais pas vus eux autres. Bah vous savez quoi? Je vais me faire plaisir. Je vais aller faire les 5 vœux ordinaires. Pour bien finir. Ça me fait plaisir. C'est cadeau. C'est gratos. Pour ceux qui n'ont pas eu Sino, profitez-en, il reste encore 3 jours. Si vous voyez pas ce live évidemment. Mais sinon, je tiens à vous dire, même Venti, il part dans 3 jours. Donc dans 3 jours, c'est Nilou et Albedo qui vont prendre leur place. Ok, les 5 vœux. Let's go! Premier vœu. Évidemment. Le deuxième. Troisième. L'avant-dernier. Et le petit dernier. Bon ben au moins je sais que d'ici les 5 prochains vœux, bah j'ai un 4 étoiles. Prochainement. C'est déjà ça. Et ben voilà mesdames et messieurs, j'espère que ce petit live vous aura plu. Vraiment. Ça a été le fun. Ça a été vraiment le fun cette fois-ci. On va se retrouver la prochaine fois pour la suite de l'aventure de Genshin Impact. Et on explorera le reste qui nous manque. Donc le nord du désert ainsi que le sud où est-ce qu'il y a la statue que nous n'avons pas encore débloquée. On le découvrira plus tard ensemble. Je vous dis à très bientôt pour la suite des aventures. C'était GeekYoshii pour vous servir. Allez, à bientôt tout le monde. Ciao ciao.